Hello all. Myself Priya Kohad, along with my colleague Neha Ghadpande from Savitribai Phule Pune University, would like to present our research titled Transnational Youth Identity: Multi-Level Global Interactions Shaping Contemporary Cultural Identities of Youth in India. Globalization led to the emergence of cultural universalization and simultaneously leading towards cultural hybridization. While globalization is considered to be a key factor for influencing the lives of young people, it has also led to debates on the relationships of the youth in terms of their identity while living in a global society. In his essay published in 1990, anthropologist and globalization theorist Arjun Appadurai talks about the global cultural flow. He provides 5 tools which he calls landscapes through which the flow could be understood or analyzed. One of the flows is mediascapes. It refers to the flow of media across borders. Though this essay has been written in 1990, when India was on the cusp of globalization, the theorization makes much more sense today. Though using such tools have its own limitation when it comes to understanding the complexities of global identities. The rise of internet and subsequently social media and the access to smartphones have ensured that any type of media, whether in the form of videos, memes, news, songs, etc., reaches across borders within few seconds. This borderless consumption of the pop culture creates fandoms in a way global and local communities that consume the same type of culture and form friendships, camaraderies at the local and virtually at the global level. The flow of media across borders give rise to complex identities. In this, we are trying to understand the scape from the lens of emerging Asian identity and the urban youth of India, who not only engage in pop culture from other Asian countries but also form communities, acquire habits, and try and experience the culture virtually as well as in the local context. While conducting interviews about the cultural socialization on the site of formal educational institutions such as schools, respondents expressed their affinity and liking towards other Asian languages and popular culture. These responses came to the questions related to other cultures, especially Europe. If they are aware about it, what are their opinions about it, and in what way do they interact with foreign cultures? Some of the responses to these inquiries led to the findings such as young people, through the use of social media and internet in general, are exposed to cultures of other Asian countries. Learning of foreign languages such as Korean and Japanese were preferred over European languages by the participants. From these responses, their affinity for the Korean popular culture that includes K pop, which is Korean music, K drama, Korean films, also emerged. These responses further led us to think about the emerging Asian identity of young people in India and moving away from the Western cultures, which could be termed as the process of decolonization. To quote one of the respondents, where Pallavi says, quote, "Till now, I have seen that everyone likes to go to America, or in Europe, England, Paris, France, Germany, other countries they would like to go to. So I thought if it's the same, then I should do something different. I like Japan, Korea, China more." Unquote. Here, Pallavi's response could be understood as Korean and Japanese popular culture is an alternative space that nurtures her aspirations and ambitions. By further stating that she is more interested in learning Japanese and Korean languages, she is challenging the language and culture hierarchization, which puts Western culture and the English language above all. Such responses have led us on the path to explore more about the emerging Asian identities among young people in India. To understand this new trend, we tried to identify young people who are associated with various groups promoting Korean culture. 30 participants from diverse localities and socioeconomic background were interviewed in the form of online survey. A specific set of questions was shared through Google Forms with the young people who are interested in Korean culture. The targeted age group is 15 to 25 years old. The survey was attempted by female participants in large number as compared to male. Some of the young people and experts also expressed their views through videos. In the questionnaire, enquiries were made about different aspects of Korean culture that the young people like or are engaged with. First inquiry was, what are you interested in? With options such as Korean food, Korean movies, Korean web series, K pop, and Korean languages. Out of 30 respondents, 26 said that they are interested in food, 26 showed interest in web series, while the maximum, that is 29, showed interest in K pop. Here it could be observed that though K pop was the main attraction, through that other aspects of Korean culture have percolated in the young people. One of the best example of it could be the organization of Korean Film Festival in the city, which was attended by many young people. And in addition to it, a Korean food festival was organized in the same premises and got a huge response from the youth in the city. Most of the respondents have discovered the Korean pop culture through social media sites such as Instagram, Twitter, or WhatsApp, and they keep using these platforms to learn more about that culture or join the fan groups or sites of certain K pop or Korean music bands. They often associate with fandom names such as ARMY, they are the fans of the band named BTS, or Koreaboo or Blink, they are the fans of the band named Blackpink. One of the respondents used KDC, which is a community of dancers who dance on Korean songs only. In terms of participation, they try and cook Korean food at home, perform songs and dances, and even learn Korean language to understand the popular culture in a better way. Most of the respondents find some similarities between Indian and Korean culture, and some have even used the word Asian Connect to describe them. The inquiry about the European culture has received interesting responses. The most common responses are no, not really, and a little bit. Some, while saying yes, have pointed to food and popular cultures such as French movies or music such as Spanish and English songs. The responses were very different to what they have said about their interests in the Korean culture. It must be mentioned here that this group of respondents are mostly from the socio-economically upper or middle class backgrounds, and their exposure to European films, food, and history is higher, especially through social media or OTT platforms or even YouTube. But this group also has limitations as they have discovered affiliation with Korean culture. This may not be the case while interviewing groups that are not exposed to other Asian cultures. These responses further indicate the post colonial discourse among the young population of India. In the context of globalization and India being a prominent market in the neoliberal economy, the exposure to other cultures has increased exponentially. The young people, though they learn about the colonial period and the struggle for independence in their history textbooks, they at their individual level do not feel the burden of that legacy as did the earlier generations. The growing identification with the Korean wave extends to the emerging Asian identity as the youth are trying to understand the similarities and closeness of cultural traditions between India and other Asian countries. They mainly talk about similarities between festivals, family culture, and such other similar cultural traits. As quoted by one of the respondents, quote, collectively, I would identify all cultural similarities of India, Korea, China, Thailand as Asian culture. I hope we give our Asian culture more exposure and rise and shine together. Unquote. Some of the other quotes are displayed on the slide, where most of the respondents during the survey identified themselves as Asian and spoke about the cultural similarities between India and other Asian countries, as well as differentiated between Asian and Western or European identity. As mentioned earlier, in the process of decolonization, youth in India who are exposed to multiple identities seem to express or display their ideas of identities without the post colonial impact. While most of the respondents connect with Asian culture, some of the participants also expressed that national identity is more significant than Asian identity as a whole, although they believed in the similarities between Indian and other Asian culture. This leads us to conclude that the emergence of global media driven youth culture signifies the building of a new landscape of socialization. While conducting the survey, it was revealed that the youth in the city experience a blend of cross cultural influence. The transnational youth cultural connect and emerging Asian identities are challenging the commonsensical presumption of dominant influence of the Western culture on the Indian youth. They feel a strong connection with other Asian cultures like Korea. They are trying to connect with this culture through various mediums. They are well versed in modern technology, and the idea of culture articulated by these young people seems to be primarily mediated through new media and technology. These mediums have opened up new avenues to young people to access a larger world and exposed to multiple identities from local to global levels. Young urban Indians, as mentioned by R.A. Lucas, are forming their identities not based on the baggage of colonialism and the influence of West, but on the basis of global and local cultural exposures. As mentioned above, the media consumption and access to information has managed to add multiple layers to their identity. And that may be the reason that their responses to the question of how do they define culture has the word diversity used several times. Indian culture is diverse and has the possibility of multi layered identities. And the young urban Indians, especially those who have access to technology, are open to form identities that are not bounded, that are borderless. They are open to exchange of culture where they are adapting cultural habits, especially food. They are also trying to find alternative spaces to express themselves and find common ground with people from their generation. This global and local exchange means that Indian youth cannot be categorized into the binary of conservative or liberal. They must be looked at with a more nuanced and complex lens. Thank you.